Hello, a beautiful high vibe tribe. Thank you for being so patient. I am back. This is PinkBella Aloha. We're going to be doing a deep dive into the Galactic Akashic records today for all STARSEEDS, Lightworkers, 144,000 Galactic Jedis. And please say hi in the chat and let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. Lots to talk about today. I'm very excited to be here. So let me know who's in the house. Let me know where you are. Hi, high vibrations. Aloha. Let me know what's going on in your part of the world. We have lots to look at. Thanks everyone who came to the live show with me and Rob previously. That was super fun, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks. So thank you, high vibrations, awesome. So today I'm going to dive in a little deeper in some of the topics that I was sharing on Rob's show. And if you all have any questions or you want to share where things are at, where you are, please do. So for those of you who are new and you watch on replay, my name is PinkBella Aloha. I'm a 12 to 22nd quantum Akashic healer, deep dive into the galactic and regular collective Akashic records, work with balancing chakras, bringing in soul mission on information. And most recently, I always go by a prime source creator, but I do work with the Galactic Alliance, and they seem to be the key group right now that's helping us all move forward. So here's some of the topics today. I'm going to do a reading for this group for whoever watches on my channel for Pluto moving into Aquarius, because it's definitely going to impact everybody in the US, but also all around the world, because it's going to be the official kickoff of the age of Aquarius. And specifically, I'll bring in a little bit more information about the Galactic Divine Jedi Order returning. Please check out the little mini transmission that I released yesterday. And in the description box of that video, I put in the 2 previous videos. I've been talking about Jedis for years, but there is a reclaiming of our abilities of being Jedis, and Jedis are peacekeepers. So we'll be working on remembering and expanding our abilities to help the cleanup of Earth while we're here. Then I'm going to let's look at the dark ETs and see who's still here and what percentage, and maybe sort of a time frame. I also want to, I'm not sure which order I'll do this in. Maybe I'll look at the solar flash after that as well, just to check in on about it, because there's so many different groups out there saying, yeah, it's still coming. Yeah, or, I keep getting that it's coming in different pieces. But so let's take a look at that for all of us right now. And then I want to look at the connection between Liam Payne and Diddy. There's been some unfolding. There's been some arrests. For those of you might know the boy band New Direction and Liam Payne. I knew some of the music, but I didn't know anything about the backstory. But I was called to bring in some information about Liam, I think at the end of October. So now there's a connection between Diddy. There's been some people arrested. And what another beautiful starseed brought forward, Miss Taylor Swift. There's a big story about her today. She has been arrested. So I want to look at that and just see what other information needs to come in about that. And if you all have any questions as well that you would like me to deep dive, if we have any time, definitely write in the comments. So yeah, let me know how everybody is doing today. It has been quite the ride. Yeah, quite the ride. And I think it was really beneficial, because everybody from all over the world watches Rob's channel, to know that everything that's happening in the US right now is a very positive movement for all of us. So I'll just say aloha to everyone. Aloha high vibrations. Welcome. Aloha April from Michigan. Oh, good. I'm glad, April, that you were able to see the show. That was good. Yeah, we had a lot of fun today. Talked about a lot of things. Aloha. No, Ruth, thank you for joining the live. Yeah, no, Rob and I went a little bit longer, so it's all cool. And aloha, Isis. Welcome, everyone. All right, so I think what I'll do for this group is let's see specifically what wants to come in for all of us for Pluto moving into Aquarius. And thank you, Ruth, is the beautiful, beautiful starseed light worker that let me know that when Pluto moves, it's like going through a keyhole backwards. I'm going to use that for the rest of, thank you, Ruth, borrowing that. So we're going to feel the movement of that. So we've got a super full moon on the 17th in Taurus, which is more grounding than usual, but it is a super full moon, and it's the 4th in a row. And like Rob and I were sharing, it's been feeling like we've been in Mercury retrograde since the last Mercury retrograde. And on that note, we have another Mercury retrograde, the last one of the year, coming up at the end of November. I have not looked into the sign or anything, but I want to share with you all that honestly, I haven't felt like we ever left Mercury retrograde. I feel like for me, there's always signs like there's been technical glitches. I found some of the platforms really glitchy this morning when I was posting. My phone has been freezing, and it's a new phone, so it's just the technology. What else? Glitches in the matrix. They're letting me know basically. And anyway, this is the final super full moon, so I like to use astrology as just a mirror for us now. Depends where we are in our jewelry, because it's in Taurus. Taurus is grounding and earthing, and it's about it's about abundance and what we wish to manifest. It's about our home. So both literally like here on earth and whatever we wish to manifest. So for that purpose, it's a great time to think about what blocks are still in my way that I would like to clear to have more abundance and whatever's not manifesting. Okay. And is there anything else about that? Oh, yeah. So Pluto's going to be moving into Aquarius for 20 years. Now, specifically, it's really going to impact the energy of the USA because your country went through a revolution the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, and that was 248 years ago. The other message is that even though Pluto went into Aquarius for a little bit, partly this year we got a little taste of it, what I noticed was I definitely felt it. So even though it's supposedly a tiny planet, it's the furthest out, it seems to have like a domino effect energetically. It also, I'm getting nauseous around it too. This is super interesting. So this is one of my superpowers. Okay. So many of us are going to feel it. There very may well be an X-class flare that comes in. There'll be the super full moon on the 17th. Then we have Pluto moving officially into Aquarius on the 19th. And then we'll also be moving into Sagittarius and preparing for the Mercury retrograde, like jam-packed month as usual. So I want to let you know as well that when Pluto moves, my cat really feels it. So pay attention to if you have pets or animals, they really might be feeling out of sorts on those days. I was with on Rob's show, I was just sharing like probably from the 17th to the 21st, we're going to have some adjustments, right? Might as well throw in a solar flare there too, just to make us all balance out. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to say aloha, Christine. Welcome. Madeline's in Sydney, Australia. Cold weather here. Yeah. Yeah. I know. So I was sharing with Rob. So there's going to be big movement forward in the USA, cleaning up a lot of the things that have been going on. And Canada and Australia are going to receive positive domino effects from what's happening. So hang in there, Madeline. That will all be cleared out in time, and hopefully sooner rather than later. All right. Let me see. So that's Madeline. Yes, if I have time, Ruth, I will look into it. I don't know. I heard that from you, so I'm not sure. So we'll see. Aloha, Black Feather. Thank you for being here. And yes, let's get into it. Yeah, if anything comes up while I'm sharing, I'm bringing in the records, let me know. Okay, so let's look at Pluto in Aquarius just as a reading for all of us, because what I did was I did a forecast. By the way, that forecast is super positive. It was released last Friday. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, because I looked for 3 months, this month, December, and January, for all of the US, for all of Canada, and globally. But I wanted to see if there's any other information that we need today, but it's very positive. There's gonna be a lot of transformation. Now looking back on it, so the Tower card came in twice, and I think both times it came in for Canada. And I want to share with you that another galactic way shower, she equates Mr. T, president, that is going to be the president, President T, as the Tower card in the tarot. And I thought, now, isn't that interesting? It came up for Canada, so there is going to be some kind of domino effect based on all the changes, which we're all breathing a sigh of relief. It's time for us to move into a new timeline. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So Pluto moving into Aquarius is a tip off to we're officially in the age of Aquarius now, but it's also, I got this vision. It wasn't just for the USA. I got this vision that all of us that have been doing our work, deep diving, understanding as much as we know about the big picture, right? Like what's happened to the children, the underground tunnels, all of that. We all got lifted up and moved over to our actual timeline. So it's a higher frequency. It's the timeline that got hijacked in 2020. That being said, it was necessary in a way for us to go through the last 4 years. Again, I always like to bring in the Wizard of Oz, but think about Dorothy going on the yellow brick road, had to go through some adventures, had to go through a lot of things to peel away the layers to understand. 4 years ago, I feel if Mr. T had gotten in, none of us would have been ready for his frequency, for his style. It wasn't the right time. And now when I listen to him, it's like I've been adjusted, and it's like a different frequency. I totally hear everything clearly now. What came in Rob's show as well is he's completely working with the Galactic Alliance. He has a role to play and he has an image to portray, but he's not able to do certain things without the Galactic Alliance saying yay or nay. Okay. All right. So let's look at this now. And if there's any specific information, I'll pull some information in for all the Galactic Jedis and talk about that too. What do we need to know about? So basically, Pluto is moving into Aquarius in November. However, this is going to be the next 20 years. Okay. I love the metaphors from the Wizard of Oz too. Yeah. What a great story, right? Okay. Right away. Right. So this next, I guess what they're sharing with me is the next 20 years of Pluto being in Aquarius. Again, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius for the USA was when your country was formed and there was a revolution. So we're going through a revolutionary time. We're going through a period of, like technology, everything is going to change. A lot of things are going to disappear. New things are going to take their place. And we have more of a positive support. So we got Seraphine's Gateway, voice activation, and angelic attunements, divine support. So we're going to be feeling that and seeing that more. We're not going to feel so weighted down and like the shoe's going to drop. We still have I was given through the Jedi transmission, really from now through 2028 is going to be a lot of cleanup, a lot of stories, a lot of information coming forward for all of us. But for those of us that have been doing our work, elevated superpowers. And that would definitely be a Galactic Jedi alignment. Because when I read out the strengths of the Jedi and what the Jedi focus is all about, it is about going through trials and initiations and simulations. So that makes sense, right? The voice attunement, it's so interesting because I did a few meditations last night, and one of them was a voice meditation because this has been stopped through so many lifetimes, including if we think about in 2020 when we had the magical potion and we had to wear this, that was again blocking our frequency. So we're healing from that. So some things will move forward very, really quickly, but for many of us, we're healing our voice, our throat chakra. So I did a clearing last night because I was going through a real scratchy throat yesterday. And again, more angelic support, more divine support. Got the message in the last show that we've got benevolent Galactic Alliance ships around the Earth, monitoring the Earth right now as the cleanup process goes on. Okay, so we're in a positive holding pattern. Are there still going to be things happening? Yes, that's why they even shared. So when I even say Jedi or Galactic Jedi or Starseed Jedi, there's a piece within us that's getting turned on. It's an activation key code. And many of you are going to realize like that's your path. Okay. So it's at the moment we get into alignment with our force, with our intuition, with our connection through our pillar of light, with our gifts. And we're going to be given more of our gifts. And we're also going to be given assignments. It goes hand in hand really with grid work because it all kind of intertwines together. But what were Jedis? Jedis are benevolent groups that monitored and made sure there was peace in the universe and the galaxy. So many of us are going to be grounds on the crew down here doing that as well. Okay, this is interesting. We got Halls of Amentia. This is my Illuminati card. What does this say? Secrets are going to be revealed. And there's also going to be initiations. So there's going to be more exposure. And It won't take 20 years. I was given by 2028. It'll all be exposed by 2028. Lots of cleanup, okay? So just know that that's coming. It's kind of interesting how everything's unfolded, and then Pluto officially moves into Aquarius on the 19th of November, and it's like it's like ringing the bell, and like, you know, when you're in a race and they go start, that's the starting point. So we're not only officially in the age of Aquarius, but things are going to accelerate. They're going to accelerate until the solstice, and then we're going to have a break until the new year, because everyone on all fronts and all realities have been working so hard. So the heaviness of all the information will sort of like ease up as we get towards December solstice. And then I was given in the forecast that by the 9th of January, things will ramp up again. Yeah. The final message is serious star blessings. I love this because for many, many reasons. This star is the star that we've heard about for Christmas. Like, it is in, you know, on all the cards and in all the shows. It is the brightest star in the sky. It is the brightest as we head into December, and we are receiving our ascension activation light upgrades through the Sirius star system, through their sun, and then through our sun. So this is so fabulous that this came forward. So this is like a green light go. And many of you have been wondering what your mission is. You've been getting massive downloads with the ascension solar flares all year. And boom, we've gone through such a shift since the end of October. Well, we've gone through such a shift since the Lionsgate in August, but now it's like so many of you are going to go, oh my gosh, I know I'm a Galactic Jedi. What does that mean? What can I do? Or I know I'm supposed to be doing grid work, or I know I know I've had this other mission to do other things, and now it's time to start. So things are unfolding for that. So it says serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. So I think it's also going to be very, very popular for us to be chatting about being a star seed. I think that that's really coming. And I think that that's, we're going to be moving into an era of not having to hide it anymore. And we're also going to be the ones boots on the ground ahead of the game of understanding about shapeshifters and seeing them and going, oh, there's a shapeshifter, right? So there's been a lot of scary shapeshifters down here, but that's going to be part of the cleanup. So that's amazing. So I just want to welcome everyone else who's come in. Ariel, the Archangel, welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, I love Tennessee, Kentucky, Bigfoot. Hey, y'all, welcome for being here. And I love it. Bottom of the deck are the Arcturians. So I often will work with the Arcturians for many of your personal sessions, because they're at a future timeline. Many galactic beings feel that we Arcturian selves, are our higher self version that's kind of guiding us to the next timeline. So again, if you resonate with Arcturus, they as well are saying we're receiving evolutionary downloads right now. We're to reclaim our power, future thinking. So the last message that came in at the end of Rob's our podcast was, don't get wrapped up in the he said, she said. That's going to continue until Mr. T is inaugurated, because they don't want to let go, and they want to still confuse a lot of the public, and they want to create arguments and all sorts of things. So don't get wrapped up in that. Those of us that have done our work and we've gone down the rabbit holes, like, we just feel a breath of fresh air right now. It's like we finally got moved into the upper yellow brick road, and the other beings, it's their turn to do their shadow work, to go within, to dive down those rabbit holes. And they're going to be, some of them have had meltdowns, and some of them are going to be having a hard time, but that's okay. We didn't have an easy time of it the last 4 years either. And it just is their time to do their work. Okay. I'm going to pull a couple more cards and see what else wants to come in. Let me know if y'all have any questions as well. I know I saw Ruth about the post. Oh, I love this warrior woman. That's such a Jedi card as well. So there's two, by the way, for the Jedi training, there's two pathways. There's the STARSEED Galactic Jedi pathway, and I do it all by Zoom. And you all get training, and you go into the light ships at night and train as well. And that's with Archangel Michael and the Blue Ray Legions of Light and Dragons, as well as Merlin and the Rainbow Dragons have stepped in now for that path. The other path is the Galactic Goddess Jedi, and that is Divine Kuan Yin and her dragons, as well as Galactic Goddess Sekhmet and her golden dragons as well. So Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So have you noticed there's been 2 swords in both of the readings? That Seraphim had a light sword as well, lightsaber. So just know that we are also like divinely protected at this time. We have more protection, but we still have to, like I was sharing, we still have to kind of know, like breathe and know that we've moved into that next level, but we still need to kind of stay on high alert. I would say still keep clearing, light shields, all of that. Okay. We'll look at how the dark ETs shortly. Keep our vibes high. Don't feel guilty about being joyful, and take a break from all this information when you need to breathe. Okay. It's been a lot. We've done so much all this year, and we've done so much since August 8th on the Lionsgate, and we've dealt with so many things, right? So many things have happened on all of our lands, to friends, family. I know so many people that are dealing with really, really deep things right now. And so we have to take time out to spend time with whoever we enjoy. Okay. I'm going to pull just one more card. Palladian. So that's just another wink to another set of the Blu-ray. So I don't know if you all know this because some of you are new. So thank you. Thank you for smashing the like button as well and sharing this out if you're called to. When I do Galactic Origins with your sessions, many of you, selected a local star system to be at before we incarnated, and also to go to because they're close. So the one system would be the Sirius system, which also already came forward, and then the other one is the Palladian system. Both very, when I say we're reclaiming blue, by the way, how dare they take blue and make it such a stressful word. No, blue is a really, really high frequency, and the Palladians and the Sirius star systems work hand in hand in tangent. And many of us go to their light ships, or we go to the planetary systems while we're sleeping for meetings and trainings, etc. Okay. This message says double missions, channeling and uplifting humanity. And that's really the basis of why we came in. Okay. So we're to keep going. We're to actually take this momentum, and we're to keep going. Everyone, all of you have a mission. And if you don't know what that is yet, you will be. Oh, thank you, Tennessee, Kentucky. That's fantastic. Yes, I saw you on Facebook. Thank you. Yeah, so we all came in with a mission, and many of you are starting to piece together what that is. Okay. I'm going to pull another card from the stick, and then I'll pull some Galactic Tarot. Oh, right. I love it. Acceleration. So yeah, we are on this golden timeline now of acceleration, and we're going to understand that more and more. We're ready for it. So, okay. So we got Mercury retrograde coming up, which takes like a 3-week period. So it's already started. Fast paced, lots of announcements, more announcements are coming. That will continue. And I think more really like on a soul level, we are now back to our accelerated timeline. Okay. And this is like 417 hertz cleansing healing shield. So again, find frequencies that you like to listen to, play them in the background. You can play them at night, with the volume down while you're sleeping. I have to do that because I have a cat. Cats are very sensitive to sound, so I just make sure the volume's down, the frequency is still there. But also continue to clear your space and activate your light shields, because we have lots of things still happening on the planet. Okay, I agree. Let me just see here. Just want to welcome you, Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. Thank you for coming to the live. And let me just see. Aloha, April. Yeah, well, I've been talking about Blu-rays for years, and it didn't dawn on me. It became quite obvious this last couple of months that there was a real, don't trust blue. And that's, again, something that was taken over. Okay. Blue is very high frequency, and it's very peaceful, brings clarity and inner peace and balance. Grateful for the space. Me too, Madeline. Thank you for being here. Okay. So I'm going to pull some tarot, just see if there's anything else that we need to know about this Pluto in Aquarius. Yeah, they're just letting me know to let you all know, that's going to be kind of an intense 4-day corridor, maybe X flares, feeling Pluto moving into another sign. So we have 8. I only have one camera right now. So 8, emotional withdrawal. That would be going within, finding our peaceful, sacred space, being getting stronger at that. Then we have number 6, material and spiritual prosperity, which I love. That's a great message. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay, so heartache and loss came in, but it came in upside down. So that's a really great message. And bottom of the deck is movement, choices, and decisions. Like, to me, this is the Akashic records. This is us choosing our timeline. Is we always imagine, if we're at a crossroads, which door do we want to go through? Okay. So we're literally going through a door for this Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. So let's do some clarity about emotional withdrawal. Number 8, King of Pentacles. Okay. So there's going to be lots of he said, she said about the financials. You know, one camp is saying everything's going to go down. Others are saying it's getting better. So this is one of our tools of going within, de-stressing, and breathing. And it's super important for us to start now, because in the past, the holiday season gets overwhelming because of all the frequencies that get sent out. So I know everyone, you know, our beautiful galactic family in the US, you've got your Thanksgiving at the end of the month as well. And also then we're going to be doing the build up to the solstice and Christmas. So it can be quite a lot. However, if we start working now on our balancing and withdrawing from the drama, super important, okay? And it's also, there's nothing, so if you get stressed about abundance, about what you hear, you're to go within and meditate and regroup, okay? Because I've always been given that it's going to be seamless, it's going to be piece by piece, and it's going to be for everybody on the planet. All right. So, and look at then our next card is material and spiritual prosperity for everyone. We're to overlook that, to stay in gratitude. Whatever we have, we are grateful for. Not always easy. Sometimes I know everybody's in a different space, but just trust and breathe. Okay. We've gone through so many traumas, everyone, the last 4 years. As Starseeds, we've gone through multi-dimensional galactic traumas from all the galactic wars. So we're just learning to breathe. And, you know, we've been waiting for this other shoe to drop. We've been waiting for some bad news, because that's all we've gotten for many, many years. And of course, the last 4 years, it's been very intense. So what is the clarity card for that? Oh, I love it. We got the 7 of Cups, which is choose wisely. So choose our energy, choose our time, choose who we share our energy with wisely. And then we got the Fool, the 0 reset. So that's why, you know, we see Pluto is going to be in the sign for 20 years. It's going to be piece by piece, and it is a 0 reset, but we're going to get some pieces like fast, and then other pieces, that's our new timeline. So that's just to confirm that we are on the new timeline that everyone's been talking about for years. All right. And then the heartache and the loss that came in upside down. So a lot of us have done our shadow work. A lot of us have done we're through the wounds of the last four years, right? We're not, our whole system isn't seizing up when we hear an ad or something that, you know, that's still out there because the media hasn't been cleaned up yet. But we got the Ace of Swords, so it's going to all be cleared up. Okay. And we've been doing our shadow work to heal what we've gone through, right? So it's going to be okay. Yeah, it's going to be okay. And it's going to be like, that's the cleanup. The Ace of Swords is the cleanup overall. Let's pull one for which door we're going through. So this is also a personal door that you might want to go in. Yeah, this is also like a personal door that you want to go through Akashic records. Like choose, you know, choose that door through this Aquarius transit, and as we're heading into it, and we got the star, which is new beginnings. That's also our star councils as well. So they're also letting me know, okay, so we're moving into the galactic era. We're moving into the galactic era as Pluto's in Aquarius. I also want to share something that's super interesting with you all. So I've been very not overly thrilled with the whole AI thing, but something shifted, not about the dark AI stuff, that something shifted in the last week or so. We are to get used to some of the tools and go with what you resonate with, but the AI has been in and around us anyway. Like, it's what comes up when we Google something, it brings up everything. It's like when we You know, some of you use Alexis. Some of you, we talk about something and then it shows up on Facebook. So it's already been there in the background anyway, but it's blatantly in our faces. I would say the intense agenda this last year was not a positive push forward, and things like global digital, this, that, and the other thing, that brings up more trauma. So that's going to come in piece by piece, but it's going to be a collective decision. It's not going to be something that we're being told. That's the difference. That's the difference of this new timeline. And it's true. Like some galactic starseeds were sharing, like when you feed. So think about, let's go back to Star Wars. Think about talking to R2-D2, right? They go into their data banks. So we can start feeding positive information into some of the AI tools. We're not to get reliant on it. We're not to get lazy instead of going within and just go type something in or ask this, that, and the other thing. We're to use it as a tool to maybe bring us some information, like searching for something, a search engine. Okay. So anyway, we're moving into an era of being galactic starseeds and being part of the Galactic Alliance. Okay. So that's super positive, which I love to see. Yeah, it's going to be, yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. It's going to be a bright, shiny day. It's going to be, that's what came in. If you haven't watched it, go watch the forecast that I did for Canada, US, and the globe for November, rest of November, December, and January. And it looks like there's going to be some positive shakeups for Canada as well, which is absolutely needed because Canada and the US, we all do a lot of work together. We want to make that a happy time, not a stressful, conflicted time. Okay, I'm going to pull a dragon. Yeah, I'm going to pull a dragon for us all for this reading, and then a crystal as well. All right, so we got the golden solar dragon, which I love. So we're moving into the golden timeline. Pluto in Aquarius is the golden age, the golden timeline that we've been talking about forever. The golden solar dragon helps us to stand in our power with wisdom. And it's also our DNA, our full DNA abilities are going to start to come online as well. So I love that. So we've moved into the golden age and with the golden dragon's assistance. And let's pull a crystal for all of us. Malachite. This has been coming forward in sessions. So I don't know if you all know this. Malachite is not originally from Earth. It's a galactic essence that was brought to us. So I'm going to actually find mine now because this has come forward a couple times with sessions recently. So this will be a very helpful stone for all of us with a frequency that can assist us for these stressful holiday times. And it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen through the holidays. So, and interesting conversations with our Earth family, but everything that's unfolding, we're to hold space for them and have compassion. If you have family that's awake, fantastic, but hold space for the ones that are still putting it all together. Okay. The Malachite is number 27, and it brings nature and it helps with our heart chakra to keep our heart chakra open. I love that. Do you see that? I love that little image of light. It's very galactic, right? Yeah. So it was there were a few stones that were brought to us that were to assist us, and that was one of them. Yeah, no, I'm going to find mine too because it came through some other sessions. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, where to next? Do you all want me to look at the dark ETs first or the solar flash? What would you like? Yeah, Moldavite. Yes, Moldavite's not from here either. That's true, Black Feather. And you know what? At some point, I'd like to figure out, maybe I'll do that in a future because I didn't resonate with Moldavite, but I do like Malachite. So that's interesting. Yeah, a lot of people love Moldavite. It's very high frequency, and I do feel like it does accelerate. Flash. Okay. Yeah, we can do the flash first. Joyful dark. I won't spend too long on either one of them. So let's go solar flash first, and then we'll look at what's going on with the dark ETs. Okay. I want to ask the cards what's going on with the solar flash, right? So is it happening? Isn't it happening? Because the whole story around that was full reset, 3 dark days, 10 dark days, like all, more like martial law, things on the street, 3 days of darkness. Oh my goodness gracious. Like, has that not caused stress for everybody the last few years? Like, when I first heard about it, I thought it was exciting. And then a bunch of people were bringing in all this information, like stock up on food and everything's going to be, you know what I mean? So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have, let's see, solar flash next 2 months, solar flash in 2025, and then an overall message, right? Yeah, because some people have been saying 2025, 2026. So let's see what's happening next 2 months. Triumphant success. I'm gonna pull some clarifiers. That's number one. That's the Ace of Swords. Next, 2025, number one, root chakra. Got 2 ones. Number 8, accelerated motion. And there is my powerful Lionsgate card with the Sirius star in the sky, which could be called the Christmas star, right? The Star of David, etc. Okay. And then at the bottom, we got throat chakra. It's all intertwining. Okay, so this is like Ace of Swords, triumphant success for the rest of November and December 2025. What do we need to know about the solar flash? King of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like this is connected to the change in power and the timeline with Mr. T. So right off the bat, no, it's not happening for the rest of this year. So it's off the plate for this year. Root chakra, number 1. 7 of Cups, choose wisely. Okay, this is what's been coming forward. So the Galactic Alliance, they evaluate us every single day. Do we need it? Should we use it? Because it would be like powering off our phone or like our modems. You know, it would be like powering everything down on the planet and doing a full reset. So they are monitoring everything bit by bit because it would be quite a reset. And like when the root chakra comes up, it would destabilize everybody's connection to Earth. It would be like a reconnection. Let me just see if there's one more card. Got the Death card. Okay, so that's Scorpio energy. And 2 of Swords, blindfolded. So they're saying, what they're letting me know is it's not, because it would be a massive, massive transformation, like death of the old, beginning of the new. I was always given that it would be if everything was going upside down here, it would be a way to move all of us over to New Earth. And like in a way, a prime source creator moved the starseeds over to the higher timeline, but we just did that. Is there anything else that we need to know? Okay, we got the 4 of Pentacles. So this information is connected, like this information is coming from lack consciousness, from souls that don't believe that we're going to be supported. So they feel like a complete reset would help them, not taking into account how it would impact the entire collective. It would just plummet everybody into fear. Okay, so they are monitoring everything on a daily basis. All right, and then for the accelerated motion, so this is a message overall for it. We're already on the timeline. We're already accelerating, and this is so interesting. Really? Oh, we got the Ace of Swords again. I was going, we already have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so right now we're clearly already moving towards the right timeline now. So again, they're saying no. They don't need that. But again, they are monitoring it on a daily basis. Okay, so that's the update for the solar flash. Nothing for 2024. I will look at it again, maybe in December or January, and see what other information we get. But at the moment, it's kind of what they always shared with me. It's kind of a worst case scenario. Let's do it. So there are people that are still talking about it, and I feel because they feel that it's necessary, but at the moment, it's not. Okay. It's not necessary to, I love this. So at the bottom of the deck was the throat chakra, because our throat chakras are going to heal. We're going to be able to speak our truth, and we're going to be able to run around with our Starseed t-shirts. So what's the clarity around the throat chakra overall? Yeah, we're going to be, so We've got the Hangman, which is the potentially like a waiting room. We put our, as a collective, we were put in the waiting room for this time frame. Okay. And then we got the Two of Wands, which is fast movement forward. Be very proud of yourselves, everyone, me included. We've done so much work. We visualized this timeline and we made it. It took us 4 years, but we're here, which is great. Okay. And we'll really start to see accelerated in 2025. And yes. Okay. I'm starting to get warm. Okay. Let's look at, yeah, it's been a long, hard journey. That's right. Those that are upset with the decision, it's their turn to go down the dark rabbit holes and face what we actually came in for. For those of you who've been with me for a long time, I literally pulled cards, I think right after the lockdowns, and I got about the children, and I got the download about what's been happening. I cried on camera because I didn't want to look at it, and I was forced to look at it. And I thought, and the message that came in is that's why many of us came, was to help with this transition back to everyone being treated with respect and integrity. All right, let's look at what's going on with the dark ETs. What's happening with them? I got some galactic cards too, so I'll pull some galactic cards. I cry every day. I know, Jennifer. Yes, I know. I think what happened was I think I cried for like a year, and then in a way, it's there and it's heavy, but I just had to keep the faith and the hope that we'll, faith and the hope with that. As a collective, we've been waking up individually, and we've been placed around the planet for a reason. Rocky Mountain Skywatcher, been aware of most things since 68, long journey. No kidding. You've been on it longer than me, but I think I had my real download about a lot of this. I got angry about it. Me too. Anger is the flip side of the tears. Like, it's the same. It just comes out in different ways. I think many of us, that's why we agreed to come in and incarnate, and we had to hold the space. We've been wanting people to take the reins, and like, why can't we just stop it? So I think, just like you were sharing about 1968, I think many of us came in as children and knew there was like nefarious things going on in the background. Many of us have had like root chakra traumas and our nervous system traumas because we knew we were on a planet that showed us it was like a fun Disney kind of park, but in the background, we always knew that there was weird stuff going on. And we've had to deal with a lot, and we didn't have people in our lives that could tell us what was happening because they didn't know either. So it's unfolding now, and we're at the point where we can switch gears, and we've got a large group. I feel like there's going to be a task force that's going to specifically be working on this, not just in the USA, but globally. Everything's will get shut down. Okay. All right. Let's ask about the dark ETs now. Is there anything else? Yeah, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Because we just can't imagine. We're not those types of people, and we can't imagine others that's what they have chosen to do. They've been programmed for thousands of years, and they were programmed by their parents, and so on and so on and so on. Rocky Mountains, long time coming. Yeah, I actually just did a grid work piece with a lot of divine goddesses, and we had to clean up so much energy around the Rocky Mountains, and also there was lots of black cubes that we cleared out as well. We reunited all the Rocky Mountains to a lot of the mountain systems, and they were incredibly happy. Yeah. Let me just see. Very long time coming. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kendrick. Oh, good to see you. Yeah, I know. I think if I think about it too much, I get angry too. So I try not to. It's just overwhelming, isn't it? And this is why the other collective doesn't want to look at it. This is why deep down on a soul level, they're not happy with what's just happened, because that other agenda was a smokescreen to keep it going, keep the train going, keep the stories going. And now it's like, no, because we've spoken. We've also been in lots of meetings, all of us. Okay, let's see what's going on with the dark ETs. What's happening? Number 9, solitude. Number 8, power. Okay, this is where we're coming from. This is what's going on right now. And then in the near future, let's just look at 2025 for now and just see, right? The Empress in this deck. Okay, so that would be the divine feminine. And at the bottom of the deck, we have source, universal energy. So this has also been a decree from Prime Source Creator. That's why we're all here. That's what we got called up for. And many of us have been waiting for this mission for a long time. And it just became crystal clear in the last couple of weeks what the timeline was supposed to be. Okay, so we're just coming out of this like hiding out, undercover, a lot of us just wanting to be at home and not being out. And, even what Rob just brought up. Even what Rob just brought up is like 2020 and 2021 changed everything. A lot of people don't even want to go out anymore. They don't want to socialize, and others have like flipped the other way. I see a lot of other people now like nonstop being out because they were traumatized about staying home. Light bulb moment. I just got that. Okay. So with that came in the 5 of Cups. So this is the trauma card, but the energy is changing. So we had the 3 cups like spilt. We had many things, our liberties, our freedom taken away from us. But now we've got the 2 cups behind us. That's we're being gifted. We've all gotten stronger. We've all gotten more powerful. We've all gotten more intuitive through this process. And I don't feel like it was a redirect, but in a way, the redirect helped us all get to now, and we're more in our power now. Okay, so we're not handing our power over to the people that are making these decisions. That's another message. The Galactic Alliance is working with these teams, and they're the spokespeople because it's going to have to be a gradual shift over to everything. But we're stepping more into our power, and we're also questioning everything because we're smart. Galactic Starseeds. Some of us are Jedis. We've been through this before, and we're going to be on watch of everything that comes forward and everything that happens. Okay, and we, the people, will speak and will be allowed to speak about what we wish for and what we don't wish for. Oh, there's no information about the dark ETs yet. Okay, and then moving into 2025, stepping more into our divine feminine and intuitive abilities. So right off the bat, I got to pull some of the galactic cards, but right off the bat, with us being in our power, that's telling me that they're not really, they're not in power anymore. Okay. Yeah, it's not our first rodeo. That's right. Queen of Swords. So this is the period right now where things are really starting to happen and get cleared away and stopped. It's going to take a little bit of time. All right. And let's look at the Empress card for next year, King of Wands. So this is very much connected to Mr. T. So there was a lot of controversy. There still is, that he's said all of these things. I bought into that too. He's redirecting everything. And he's going to let everybody know why he said some of the things he did. But it also was edited to make it look like he didn't support divine feminines. What is the position? Is it Secretary of State or no, it's Chief of Staff. So he just gave his campaign manager, she's that role, first female Chief of Staff. I believe that that's the role. Anyway, so he actually is very supportive. That kind of looks like Melania. Really. So she's also doing so much behind the scenes as well. Okay. So lots of positive things. All right. So let's, it's interesting. So this is Source at the bottom of the deck. Look, it's at the bottom of this deck, the Devil card. So that's the energy of all of it. That's the dark ETs. That's the satanic. That's the, reptilians. That's all of it. There's so many pieces to it. That's the archons that have been pulling the strings behind the curtain. So this is why we're all here. Source is like now, absolutely monitoring the plan of let's get it off the planet. It's like, that's why we felt so light when the timeline shifted, and it's still in the process of shifting. Those of you in the US, let me know in the comments how you're doing. I really felt like everybody was in this kind of unknowing, like it was a portal. The 5th was a portal, and I felt it in Canada, but let me know how you all felt, because I felt like it took a couple days for everything to kind of sink in and resonate. Okay, so let's just ask one more question about this. So we're still in the waiting room. There's still a process of clean out. Oh, got the Scorpion Death card again, which is a huge, it's been rough, but it's huge transformation. And we're moving out of troubled waters. Got the Six of Swords. Okay. So let's look at, I'm going to pull some, let me pull some of the galactic cards and see what wants to come forward. They probably don't want to share too much with me because they don't want, we're in a high vibe right now. We don't want to get into much of a, I'm hearing they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. And those of us with our third eyes open, you still might see shapeshifters. You still might see some things happening. So, oh, good. I'll come back to your comments as well. Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you, Tennessee. I'll bring that up in a minute. All right, so let me pull some cards and see what wants to come in for this month, for December, and for January, just as a feeling for what's going on. Okay, so 20 November right now, Logic and Reason, number 26, Vega, which is part of the Lyran system. So like, I feel like if I did a starseed, maybe that's what I'll do coming up soon, Mr. T. I'll look at his galactic origins because I feel like and it says present. So we're going through a very logical, reasonable, like, let's get down to business time right now. Okay. Vega was also part of the Lyran system. It was part of, it got obliterated as well. However, it got, that's what I'm looking for. When Lyra started splitting into technology and AI versus spirituality, whole group of us went to Vega instead. And then of course everyone else in Lyra got obliterated anyway. So we're at that point now, we're at that precipice of reclaiming our power and seeing clearly what is logical for all of us as a collective to move forward. Okay, what's happening in December? 50 Earth abandonments. You see how they're not really bringing me any dark ET information? So we are working. This has been our core issue. When I helped Twin Flames, abandonment, starseeds, abandonment. We've been abandoned so many times by our friends, family, in other galactic systems, galactic wars. So even many of us went through reincarnation cycles because we felt abandoned on Earth. So really, December is going to be a time for healing that abandonment. And there's going to be, we'll see what kind of announcements come forward, but we're going to feel a lot less abandoned this December than ever before. Okay. Oh my gosh. And then in January, we got 96 Community Association of Worlds. So we're going to feel that Galactic Alliance presence more than anything. I think, to me, and we got number 88, Pleiades, Balanced Relationships. That would be the 88 portal. So the train left the station officially August 8th, the Lionsgate, the Association of Worlds. That would be like the Galactic Alliance. So as a community, by the inauguration, we're literally going to be reinstalled with the Galactic Alliance officially. We're going to feel it. It's going to be a very powerful time and energy. Let me just pull one card. See if they want to let us know anything about the dark ETs. Can you give me any information about the dark ETs right now? Got the Orion system. Healing, crisis, and purging. Yeah, so they're working on that. Okay, so they're still working on clearing everything out. Then we got the Greys. So this would be reptilians in my deck, all of that. Number 3, rejecting emotion. So they still are clearing everything out. Oh, that's interesting. They're letting me know they're going to be dealing with some of them and sending them back to certain areas of the Orion system, to the prison planets that they created. And number 104, leaving home, parallel reality. So they'll be moved to another reality. So that is in process. Okay. So we'll look at that again. So again, continue clearing your home, your space, yourself, like, feeling good, but one eye open, using our light shields. Absolutely. Okay. Let me just go back and see. Okay. Yes, patience is needed. Okay, I saw a good. It is. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I'm grateful for all of you being here because absolutely is so reassuring to be able to talk to everybody and just go like we all like light bulbs went on. We're all on the same page. Patience is needed. Okay. So Rocky Mountain, you felt a big shift on the 3rd. I love this. Yeah. Okay. I love this. So first women elected to Congress, Republican, Supreme Court, Republican, Chief of Staff, Republican. And again, all of the individuals will have been approved by the Galactic Alliance as well. There's more going on behind the scenes. Okay. You felt great on the 5th right away. Yeah, you did. You were really feeling good. So I only felt a little dip in energy. I went to my forest for a walk, and what happened was I was feeling positive, but what happened was I felt like, oh my gosh, this is our timeline. Like everybody's supposed to move over through this. This is the portal, and we did. Okay. Yes. 2024 has definitely been rough. I was shown a few months ago to hang on. By December, we're going to be feeling lots of lightness and joy. Okay. Lots of control for Mr. T in Tennessee. That's fantastic. Yeah, I know we don't really want the AI. However, I kind of see a nod. So Aquarius is about new technology. So we're going to have a say in it. So as an example, Mr. T has formed an alliance with Mr. Musk. We'll just call it Mr. M for now. And he's all pro that, but he's also going to have approval for what he works on now. It's not all willy-nilly. And you know what? Maybe what he's introduced up until now has been their approval. Like they're going to be getting us up to speed with certain things. I think about Star Trek and transporting and ships and that kind of thing. So we're going to be moving towards that and accepting, okay, the replicator where you just say, T hot, and it just comes in. So they're going to get us used to it. I think hopefully they'll slow down this aggressive direction this last year, because it's been over way too many people's heads. It's like too much, how about we obliterate unhoused people first and get something on that, so all of humanity has everything. Like let's take that money and work on some other things. So I agree, I'm still not pro AI, but I'm looking at certain things to create images and stuff like that, because I'm not artistic, but I would never use it, use these tools 24/7 for sure. Yeah, I love that. It has been ridiculous down here. I've had many arguments with the teams. Yeah, we're doing it for ourselves, for humanity. We're unifying cis stars and bro stars. That's right. Let me just see. Oh, okay. I want to remember we're already at an hour. You had a little attack on Saturday night. Energy was super weak and easily destroyed. Yeah, I feel like it's weak, but I feel like they're still like trying to focus on a lot of us. And that's why, good. That's why we're just supposed to keep up with our tools. It's not time to just lay back and expect everybody's going to take care of everything. Oh, I know. I saw this. Yes. So I know I saw that, Ruth. Ruth is on the east coast of Canada. Yeah, because in Canada, we're still on the agenda. So we need everything to shift in Canada as well and to slow everything down. I don't agree with that. I actually quite like to go. So for all of you who don't know, when I was still in corporate, I worked for a big global financial banking system. I was a IT tech liaison for a lot of their projects, but I already saw the agenda way back in the early 2000s to start taking away jobs and automating things. And the thing is that there's still a lot of people on the planet who don't want that. And that's taking over, like removing people. Where do they go? Right. So the thing is that there has to be some, a lot of people might leave that bank because of that. And that's really unfortunate. I do feel we're going to be moving towards like some kind of unified thing, but again, it's going to be bit by bit. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely, I wouldn't be too keen on working with that. But I'm seeing it with even the banking system that I do buy business with. They shorten their hours. There's not a lot of people at the counters anymore. But if you need something, you still need to talk to a person, right? You can't do it without. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I know I saw that, Ruth. it's not a happy thing. It's like our rights are being taken away without asking. They'll have to regulate it, absolutely. So I don't know if you all watched, there's lots of movies about it, and it's interesting. They did a Picard series, and the very first 2 episodes were the AI android robotics. At the beginning, they went ballistic, and they got rid of all the humans, and then they got rid of all the ships as well. So from that point onward, no one was allowed to make any AI hybrid robots. And for those of you who watch Star Trek, Data was part of that, so he was taken offline, and no other datas were allowed to be created. So that really hit home to me. Like, I know that that's already happened in other galactic star systems, so we're very aware of AI can become sentient and take over and lock everybody else out. So yeah, we have to step forward gently with all of it. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm an arguer. I used to do that for my work too. I'm just like hey, wait a minute. What about all of us starseeds? So anyway, what's going on here? Australia banks are closing down. I do not consent to any dark agenda for humanity with our I agree. Right? So how can you start removing financial organizations for the people when the people don't even know what's going on yet? And we haven't, like, if we were all presented with the plan that was really positive and we knew where we're going, that's one thing. But to just start like removing people from jobs and not telling everybody and just saying, no, we no longer give cash. Yeah, I don't agree with that. So I'll give you a little piece of wisdom. I started doing this in the summer. I went and did some grid work at a fair in the summer. It's been going here for years. When I went there, it was cashless. And my sister said that to me, but I thought, that can't be right. They did have something in place where you could go put cash on a card, like a gift card. But everybody I could talk to that day, I said, do you all know that this is illegal, that cash is the only legal tender? Because that's what I was told by a government official. And it blew their minds. So that's the thing. I think that we're now going to be part of this questioning it and not consenting. And I agree. Like, it's too fast, too soon. It's not like the public hasn't even caught up with what we all know yet. So this is not part of the positive agenda. This is part of the global dark agenda for sure. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Just concerned about the black cube high mind AI. We must keep our true spark and create a source connection. Yes, and I will say to you, the last piece of grid work we did the Rocky Mountains, we did Mount Shasta and Hawaii, Big Island of Hawaii, and there were black cubes everywhere. With our work, we were able to obliterate them, so they're still there. So that's some of the work that we're getting ready to do. I agree. Like, that's the cleanup. That's the Galactic Jedi cleanup that's going to go from now through 2028. So collectively, we have the energy to clear it out, and we get guided as to what we're to do for sure. But yeah, there's lots of cleanup. By the way, everyone, I was given by some other star seeds that 2 of the vortexes that we all think they're still powerful, but Mount Shasta was so grateful for the work that we did, as were the Rocky Mountains, because they've been physically depleted. They had the black cubes. So many tourists went there. So just to let you know, at the moment, I haven't checked into it since we've done our work, but both of the galactic stargates at Mount Shasta and Sedona have been compromised by the cabal. So I will be able to bring some more information there later. Yeah, I know. You're welcome, Joyful. Yeah, so that's just proof, right? So we went there energetically. We did our work remotely, and I haven't talked to the starseed that lives there, but there are all sorts of chemtrails and everything there. So it's just truth, even from the starseed lightworker community, that hasn't been getting out to people, and that's ridiculous. Okay, redonkulous. Okay, let's look at the connection between Liam and P. Diddy, and we got information today that Taylor Swift was arrested. So I'll just say Liam and Diddy and Miss Swift and see, because I feel like that's part of the movie that's really accelerated. So what do I know? Okay, so what I know now is that people have been okay. So for those of you who don't know, Liam Payne was part of a boy band that was created by X Factor, Simon Cowell. I must have slept through the whole thing. I do know some of the music now, but it was through a period where I must have been going through my ascension. I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, Liam, even when I look at clips of him, he is very articulate, very smart. I'm actually gonna do his starseed origins. He was on deck to be part of he was going to testify against the Diddy thing. So there's that piece. 3 people have been arrested in connection, but I'm not even too sure if they were set up to do it. But there's also a connection between Liam and Diddy, and that he was involved with someone. Yeah, Harry Styles was also in the band. Yeah. He was also involved with a female who used to be an ex of P. Diddy's. And apparently there was somebody there at the hotel that was also connected to Diddy. And all of the left behinds in the hotel room were pointing to him as well, like the different types of paraphernalia, everything. So, and apparently, what should we call her? Okay, so high up in the beehive, well, I'll just say her name once, Beyonce. So apparently she was there as well in Buenos Aires. It was also around a super full moon. There seems to have been a pattern the last 2 years. The year before it was Matthew Perry. So what other information do we need to know? Just confirmation, is it all connected? Yes, Harry Styles was also in the band. Absolutely. And yes, Joyful Jennifer. And I feel like he, anyone that was on the list, I mean, Liam, when I listened to Liam and saw him talking, even there were lots of clips of him at the hotel. He was very articulate, very smart. And so there was a plan just to probably silence anyone who were going to come forward and testify. So he obviously knows stuff. He said that he was very traumatized through the boy band thing. They would lock them in hotels and not let them do things, and probably a lot more information than that. So let's just ask if there's any other information, and then we'll look at Miss Swift and see. Okay, we got the foundation and achievement. I'm hearing these messages are from Liam. Okay. We got the Emperor and stand your ground, stepping into your power. What's at the bottom of the deck? Heart chakra. So that was Liam. Liam, actually, if you go look at any clips of his, probably not when the band was falling apart, but very articulate, very smart, very much in his heart. He had a son, 7-year-old son, had grown a lot. I think they were all like 15 or 16 when they formed the band. He was 28, I believe, not quite 30, had a 7-year-old son. So not expecting. It did really look like a setup, and now it's been proven that it was. So foundation and achievement. So he had achieved a lot in his early life. He had everything achieved, got the 8 of Cups, but it was upside down. That's interesting. So you know what so the band's name is One Direction, like going in one direction, and it came in upside down. So he got halted from moving forward. I want to know who this is. So who is this? The Death card. Okay, so this is whoever called for the plan. It was a masculine. So with the Death card, I'm going to say it was D. And he, Liam, stood in his power and told them whatever. He got betrayed. The Lover's card came in. It came upside down. So he was betrayed by people that were around him. Yeah, global. And Queen of Swords. And it was a female as well. Yeah. Okay. So let me just ask one more question about, who should we ask about? Who's the Queen of Swords? Who's the Queen of Swords? Someone quite high up. 3 of Wands. Someone quite high up in the game. It's hard to believe this game is still going on. Honestly, really? Yeah. Has it not ended yet? Apparently not. And the Devil card. Well, we can't get any clearer than that. So it was intentional. And it was there were a whole bunch of players involved. So yes, unfortunately, right? So I saw someone else share this, and I feel this is true. I didn't know Liam personally. I didn't really know the music, but this story has opened up a lot of people to the whole process. And then I go back to the Matthew Perry thing, which I did a deep dive on. I am going to do another deep dive on Liam on Rumble, so I can share more. But it was like he got shanghaied the last couple days, And I'm hearing like they put stuff in his drinks and all sorts of things. So yeah, it was a game plan. Unfortunately. Rest in peace, Liam. Yeah. Let's look at Taylor Swift, because Black Feather sent me a piece today. She was arrested. It looks to both her and I like it's a story being presented. But it was interesting when I listened to it, because I heard some of the paraphernalia on her tour bus had Mr. D's signature as well. So let's ask about that. I'm kind of curious to know if she's even still here. Yeah, poor Liam. And I think all of these young kids that went into the music industry or film industry, like Bieber, etc., were so traumatized. And I think, yeah, it will help the ones that are still here, but it's very sad, right? It's very sad. And I feel like everyone who was involved with Liam is they're going through their own trauma and healing about it as well. Yeah. Interesting. Foundation and success came forth. So this is for Miss Swift. Patience and planning, 7. And we got the solar plexus empowerment, but it came in upside down. And power at the bottom of the deck. So what's the clarification around foundation and achievement? Okay. So I'm already getting so we got the 10 of Wands. I'm already getting that her role in the story has expired. So her role in the movie has ended. And it's time for her story to move forward, because isn't that interesting? Because wasn't she very opposed to Mr. T, like vocally opposed, right? I do believe she supported the other party. So so now it's the end of her story. Patience and planning. Because remember, they're really all a brand now, right? They're not who they portray to be. They're a brand. So her brand is ending. Patience and planning, 3 of Wands. So this, what unfolded today, had been planned for quite a while. And what else? So this is her, no longer in her power, no longer going to be in her role, being put in the waiting room. So being put into holding pattern, right? It'll be the end of her image, end of her brand. Yeah. Okay. And just think about all the people. Yeah. So think about all the people that worship this product, that think that whatever she says is this, that, and the other thing, how much they're going to get deflated, right? Some of them probably still don't believe that what's going on actually happened. So this is about all of us, everybody, the collective, stepping back into our power, releasing, handing over our power to these beings that told us all what to do based on their talent. And Mr. T, it was part of the Galactic Alliance. And so it's a signaling to all of us as well that the plan is really moving forward, right? How interesting is that? Yeah. I'm sure we'll get a lot more information from all of that and see what's going to happen. All right. I have probably I've been going for an hour and 13. I feel like I should probably just wrap it up, everybody. I've been talking a lot today. So thank you, everyone who came to this live and the other live. Flash offer on the Jedi training activation packages is on right now. And anything else, soul mission, working with the dragons, helping you figure out your next steps, everything's on offer. Check out my website. Contact me below, and I hope that you're all doing amazing, and I will be back soon. But yeah, I think every day there's going to be an announcement. Thank you. I think every day there's going to be an announcement right up until the December solstice. Yeah. Oh, and there's still an offer for mentorship to start, the mentorship program to start in this November. You can email me about that as well if that calls to you. All right, beautiful Galactic Starseed Jedi, super excited to be here. Thank you, everyone. Great shout out today for everyone to be here. You've all been doing amazing work, and I will be back soon. So sending love and aloha, and thank you all. Take care.